6.
We could do it in jovial spacesuits with headbands and stuff on, but it would still be basically the Tonight Show.
Does Jay Leno have a secret plan to win the late-night talk show wars? Guess who's watching The Fugitive on the Tube?
Every time I turn on the television set, it's on.
What about a beauty pageant for men only?
It's very uncomfortable in something this small.
Entertainment Tonight dances its heart out for Wednesday, August 18th, 1993. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. I'm Bob Dolan, filling in for Mary Hart and Lisa and everybody else.
Everybody who's off,
Yeah,
and I'm
sure.
John Tesh.
In the good old late nights of television, the two key words were here's Johnny, but no more. Soon it will be here's Jay and David and Arsenio and Chevy and Conan. We are talking talk show war. We have kind of an uphill battle ahead of us.
Well, I don't see any war just yet. We're getting it done.
I like to get right to it.
It's a battle that's been gearing up for months, and starting soon, the late-night war for viewership will begin in earnest.
Get a seat down front.
CBS went so far as to produce this infomercial promoting David Letterman, whose new CBS show will go on the air August 30th. At first, the reaction will be, oh, look, a tank truck exploded on the highway, so everybody watches. And then after that, I think that, I don't know, I think we'll do all right. Next on the air will be Chevy Chase with a show that will air on Fox starting early in September. He's been busy shopping for a desk.
Oh, perfect.
Here's a first look at some comedy sketches he's taping for the show.
So bring your family around to meet our family. We're trying to be a comedy show, and we're going to give it our all.
Finally, Conan O'Brien will begin following Jay Leno on NBC starting September the 13th.
I think it will just be a playful show that, experiments, tries to find new ways to be funny with the same format.
The new competition joins Arsenio Hall, who's in his 5th season, and Jay Leno, who's been Tonight Show host for just over 1 year.
The Tonight Show's always been desk, chair, couch. People come out, sit down, you talk. I mean, we could do it in jovial spacesuits with headbands and stuff on, but it would still be basically the Tonight Show.
Who will win this battle? Critic Tom Shell says, stay tuned.
I think it'll be really exciting, and I think people might want to have their VCRs going so they can watch one show and tape another.
The viewers we spoke with were divided.
David Letterman, all the way. He's going to win.
I would think maybe Jay Leno.
Maybe Chevy Chase will win. Arsenio Hall.
But media buyer Paul Schulman says these hosts won't be the real winners.
I think this is the best battle we've ever had in late night. And I think we have really good choices for the viewers, and they're going to be the big winners when all these shows are on.
And so the battle is joined with millions of dollars in ad revenue at stake. For example, the first week of the Letterman show is reportedly sold out, with some commercial time going for as much as $100,000 per 30 seconds. The Fugitive is #1 at the box office these days. What you may not know, however, is that The Fugitive was #1 on Tuesday nights 30 years ago, and just might become #1 again this week in prime time. The Fugitive has caught fire at the box office, with Harrison Ford playing the wrongly convicted murderer on the run from lawman Tommy Lee Jones. But back in the 60s, fugitive fever also gripped the country. The highly rated series starred David Jansen as Dr. Richard Kimball. Barry Morse played the relentless policeman on his trail. Morse remembers the show provoked strong reactions from its many fans.
Little old ladies in airports would strike me with their umbrellas or their handbags and say, "Oh, you rotten mean man. Why don't you leave that nice doctor alone?"
You got a call this morning from somebody who said he saw Len there that night.
Jacqueline Scott, who played Jansen's sister, was also besieged by viewers.
Ladies in the market, and the guys would crawl out from under the cars, the mechanics, and say, "What's David Jansen really like?" Everybody in the world watched it.
But diehard fans of the show had a tough time finding reruns of The Fugitive until 3 years ago, when cable's A&E channel began running them. Now the movie has sparked a resurgence of interest in the show. There's a new book out about the original series, and NBC will air one of the first Fugitive episodes and the two-part finale this week in prime time.
For God, I'm innocent.
Jansen died in 1980, but his mom, Bernice, who appeared with him in several episodes, is having a hard time keeping up with this new wave of interest.
Here it starts all over. I'm answering at least 100 fan letters a week.
A bi-monthly newsletter written by Texas fan Rusty Pollard keeps him busy a couple hours a day.
With all the mail and phone calls that have come in recently, it's just about been a full-time, part-time job.
Dave Brown has been hooked on The Fugitive since the 60s and has collected what little memorabilia there is on the show. He's happy to find out that his love for the series is shared by many others.
I'm finding out that there are a lot of people who feel it was the best dramatic series.
Well, later this month, it will be just like old times in Los Angeles, the second annual convention of the fan club, Fans of the Fugitive. Remember the anguish when Superman died, remember? And the hoopla when not one but four Supermen came back to life, remember? As Captain Marvel would say, Shazam! And what will happen next? Here is the lowdown. If you've been losing sleep over which of the four mysterious men is the real superhero, fret no more. The exclusive is that none of them is Superman. It's the original good guy who will come back to life. Superman will look more buff and tougher, something DC Comics editor Mike Carlin thinks Lois Lane will appreciate.
For the last year, she's been definitely put through the ringer, and having a little, sexy guy to come home to every night is going to be a little easier for her.
Great principles don't get lost once they come to light. They're right here.
In Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, James Stewart played an idealistic senator. The lowdown is that now Mr. Smith's desk will go back to Washington. One of the original desks from the 1939 film will go to Planet Hollywood's newest location in Washington, D.C.
It's a wonderful feeling to look back on it.
The tables have been turned, and now it's the men who are strutting their stuff in a beauty pageant for guys.
Taking care of business every day.
Taking care of business with the hunky contestants of the Mr. North America pageant coming up later.
Thanks.
One of those days, huh?
All I want to do is take my shoes off, sit on my couch, and watch a movie.
Only Blockbuster has so many movies, so many ways to turn one of those days into a blockbuster night.
Your movie's My Rocky Road?
I'll take a rain check.
Last chance for dessert.
I'll owe you one.
So pick up a movie from Blockbuster and make it a blockbuster night.
Next on E.T., Matthew Modine can handle acting, but can he get a grip on cricket?
Sara Lee Cheesecake. It's incredible what people will do for the only cheesecake good enough to be called Sara Lee.
Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
Hello. This is soap scum, and it's very hard to get rid of. Or was, until new Tilex soap scum remover. Made specifically to dissolve scum on contact. Just spray it on and wipe it off. New Tilex soap scum remover.
From Hollywood Pictures, ex-con Jack Charles was on the run from the law when his two kids decided to go with him. Now he's a single parent.
Well, what's for dinner?
Struggling to raise his family.
We're going to have one hell of a Thanksgiving dinner.
It's not Thanksgiving.
You're being negative.
Patrick Swayze, in the movie that proves a father's work
I have to go to the bathroom.
is never done.
I hate all this family crap.
Fatherhood, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, August 27th at a theater near you.
It's Banner Furniture's $500,000 sell-off. Save up to 50% on recliners, sofas, dinettes, and much more. Free delivery, 6 minutes west of Beaverton on TV Highway.
Introducing Francisco Light. Exceptionally tasty French bread with a third fewer calories. It makes other French bread seem a little heavy. Bad joke, good bread, Francisco Light.
Matthew Modine's latest movie has him dressed in a blazer and the old-school tie most of the time, but when the action stops, he loosens up with England's national pastime. This is stately Milton Abbey in Dorset, England. It's the setting of the new film, The Browning Version, starring Matthew Modine, Albert Finney, and Greta Scacchi. Modine plays an American teacher at an exclusive English boys' school, and he has an illicit affair with a professor's wife. But Modine says in typically British fashion, the sensuality is understated.
There's hardly any sex in this movie. The love scene between Greta and I is done with, fully clothed in the library, which is kind of interesting.
Matthew is enjoying the picturesque location of the film, and in this scene, he's commenting on his first look at a cricket match.
Oh, just great. But I have to admit, every time he swings at that ball and hits it, I have to think that he's going to drop the bat and run to first base.
But when filming stopped for a break, Matthew did not head for his dressing room. He decided to try his hand at cricket.
Just like baseball, that's right.
Matthew spent his youth playing a lot of baseball. His position was catcher, but he says bowling a cricket ball is a whole new ball game.
I mean, they're both really difficult things. Throwing a baseball across the home plate is I don't know, just as difficult. It's just a different technique.
No!
I stepped over the line.
No, you bent your arm. It's a throw. While the rules of the game are definitely something that he needs to work on, he enjoyed learning the English pastime in such a beautiful setting.
It wasn't about winning and smashing the ball, but having a nice afternoon, enjoying the aesthetic of seeing men dressed in white standing on a beautiful green pitch in the countryside.
Matthew admits that the bowlers weren't throwing the ball all that hard. They apparently didn't want the American star to make a duck, which in cricket talk, of course, means not scoring any runs. Of course. Right. CBS is using what is normally summer rerun season to try out what it hopes are some promising new shows. Among them are comedies about the boys in the burbs, the neighbors in the building, and one guy alone who wants to clean up the Old West.
You weren't going to shoot me in the back now, were you, General?
Wednesday nights gets a new lawman with Brad Johnson as Ned Blessing, a bad guy who mends his ways to become a sheriff. Johnson says such turnabouts really did happen in the Old West.
A lot of them just got tired of running. And they said, I'll quit running if I'll be on your side. And there's no one better to combat a bad man than another bad man.
Oscar, look out!
Johnson believes the audience will be impressed with the show's historically accurate look, which goes right down to the stitches in his boots.
So, yeah, it's just an example of the detail and the authenticity that goes into it.
This is the guy who bought Ed's house.
Doug.
Doug, right, yeah, sit down.
On Friday, CBS premieres The Boys, with Ned Beatty leading an ensemble cast. Chris Maloney is a newcomer who tries to fit in with his older neighbors. Beatty, as a retired fireman, is a tough nut to crack.
Wow, is this you pulling a kid out of a burning building?
No, it's me putting one back in.
In addition to laughs, Beatty thinks there is an element of truth to the series.
Part of what we're dealing with in this show is the fact that it is important to have something going on with some people who aren't your age, who aren't your peer group, and who maybe don't agree with you about everything. But at least it keeps you awake, if nothing else.
Following The Boys on Fridays is The Building, with Bonnie Hunt as a woman who is starting over after she is left waiting at the altar.
You don't remember what you did with the veil? No. You have no idea what you did with the veil?
No.
You have no recollection? You have no idea in your mind? You have no memory at all? There's nothing you can ever think of? There's no way you can ever think of? There's nothing? She made a planter out of it.
The series is set in Chicago, within sight of Wrigley Field. Hunt not only stars, she is a co-executive producer and a scriptwriter.
I lived right near Wrigley Field. I was single and hoping that my life would turn out like a musical. So I found out it wasn't like that, but at least I can write it that way now.
The Building is a friendly place with some nutty neighbors, including Don Lake as a struggling writer.
What? I'm doing a freelance piece on J. Edgar Hoover.
If the audience votes yes on any of those series, they'll have a shot at being a mid-season replacement. Next Wednesday, CBS will give comic George Wallace his chance when it debuts his new comedy, Tall Hopes. Over at NBC, the network is giving a first look tonight at a news magazine series called Now. This one combines hard news and Star Talk. Tom Brokaw is one of the program's anchors, and he traveled to the Idaho wilderness to re-examine last year's shootout between white separatist Randall Weaver and federal marshals. Brokaw also gave us a first look at the New York set.
I hope it will be smart and sophisticated, and that people at the end of our program, every Wednesday night at 9, will say, that's worthwhile.
This morning, the production staff was setting up for tonight's premiere from Rockefeller Center, just outside NBC News headquarters. The Today Show's Katie Couric is now as co-anchor.
Live TV, never done that before.
Another of tonight's stories is a chat with Bette Midler and a lesson in strutting, a la Down and Out in Beverly Hills' Barbara Whiteman.
Chest forward. Well, what, you look like you're trying to strangle a baby pig. What's sorry.
Also tonight on Now, Katie talks with the family who had to give up baby Jessica and return her to her birth parents in a highly controversial adoption case.
First time she's seen me in a Speedo.
And that's the first time I've seen him in a Speedo.
Next, how does it feel to be sized up in a swimsuit when the beauty contest is for guys?
For Tony's Pizza, the 4 Tonys.
Pizza, an American classic. And try our latest hit, New Tony's Pizza de Primo, our best pizza yet.
Why is Tux Medicated Pads the brand of hemorrhoid relief hospitals trust most? Because when hemorrhoids flare up, Tux provides soothing, cooling relief on contact. Tux, the brand hospitals trust most.
For allergies that hurt, Benadryl Allergy Sinus Headache combines maximum strength relief for sinus pain and pressure with the histamine blocker, Benadryl. Benadryl Allergy Sinus Headache from Park Davis.
The savings are getting hotter at Gresham RV Center during their 9th annual warehouse sale, Oregon's biggest RV August event. Motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, campers, and tent trailers, all on sale at prices too low for us to disclose here, with the Winnebago Brave, Warrior, and the new Vectra, plus Elante and Mini Winnie Class C motorhomes. Interest rates are lower than they've been in 20 years. So see for yourself why thousands of RVers have chosen Gresham RV Center. The 9th annual warehouse sale at Gresham RV Center, Oregon's #1 RV headquarters.
All that glitters is gold. Gold and diamonds and colored stones, all at wholesale prices. Beautiful new jewelry with refurbished gold and exquisite stones from estate pieces for the best prices you'll find in town are at All That Glitters. Choose from an excellent selection of rings, bracelets, earrings, pendants, or work with our experienced jewelers to create your own piece. All That Glitters, downtown Portland and on the east side. Beautiful jewelry at wholesale prices. Come see us today.
It is Scottsdale, not Atlantic City, and the words, "There he is, Mr. North America," don't exactly roll off the MC's tongue. But for some guys who want a title to prove they are a hunk, it's a place to start. Forget girls in bikinis and high heels strutting across a stage. This is a new kind of beauty pageant. Some might call it hunkorama. But it is the Mr. North America competition. The creators of this contest feel the pageant industry has been focused on women for too long. Lillian Lehman is national director.
Females have dominated the pageant industry, and this is a whole new thing, and you have to educate the public that it's a male pageant.
This is the 7th annual Mr. North America pageant, but it's a tough show to sell. The producers wanted men from all 50 states, plus Canada and Mexico. They got 19 contestants in all, and the house is definitely not packed. But this doesn't stop the men from doing their best. The guys have to practice song and dance numbers, and bone up on current events for interviews, learn music, and practice speeches for the contest.
Hi, my name is Jamerson Brooks, and I am Mr. Georgia.
For the swimsuit competition, they pump up backstage before going out to pose. Most of the men admit this is the hardest part of the show.
It is kind of uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable in something this small.
It's hard to explain.
It's the first time she's seen me in a Speedo.
And that's the first time I've seen him in a Speedo.
The contestants are varied. Michael Hayes, Mr. Indiana, has cerebral palsy.
From the great Midwestern state of Indiana, I'm proud to say I've got CP, but you can see that can't stop me.
His rivals actually hope he wins.
I think he's the most courageous person here. He's coming forward to show that with a physical handicap, you can still create change in the nation. And for all of that, I think all the guys here are most proud of him.
Robert Heinz from Pennsylvania is a building contractor who brought along his family. They make sure to give him a good luck teddy bear before the show. His youngest daughter, Brooke, knows he has a good chance.
I know he's good looking, trust me, I know that.
Gregory Hustad from Washington is a photographer. He and wife Renee say he took a lot of ribbing from friends when he decided to compete.
Yeah, I got rode pretty hard, no doubt about it. It was, you know, you're doing what?
The final night of the show, emotions are strained and anxiety runs high. It's a mad rush to get ready. Men seem to have a lot of trouble dressing themselves.
I lost one of my black socks in my hotel room, so I don't know where it is.
Finally, the show is underway, and after some onstage interviews and talent displays, the winner is selected.
The new Mr. North America 1993 is Gregory Hustad, Mr. Washington.
Well, Gregory doesn't cry, but he and his wife are quite excited about his win.
I think I was in shock. I think I still was in shock.
Oh, my. Greg receives a scholarship and helps promote the Mr. North America competition that will be held in 1994.
And we will have one kicking contest next year, I guarantee it.
By the way, Greg also won a cruise along with his title, but first it's off for a week in Atlantic City where he will be Mr. North America's Goodwill Ambassador at the Miss America pageant.
CBS legend Edward R. Murrow covered the Battle of Britain and the Cold War and all but wrote the book on broadcast news. But Leonard Maltin is here to remind us that Murrow also liked to talk with the stars. Leonard?
Well, Bob, today it's commonplace for TV interviewers to talk to subjects around the world via satellite hookup. But when Ed Murrow did it on his famous weekly show Person to Person in the 1950s, well, that was an event, especially since he got to talk to the biggest stars in show business. Now some highlights from that landmark show are part of a new tape from CBS Video, and it is pure gold.
Good evening. I'm Ed Murrow. The name of the program is Person to Person. It's all live, no film.
Live is right. And in those days, before satellites and lightweight equipment, it was a real achievement to have Murrow sitting in a New York studio conversing with Betty Davis and husband Gary Merrill in Maine, or Frank Sinatra in Hollywood. That was part of the show's allure. That and the guests Murrow coaxed before the camera. The biggest stars in the world, like Marilyn Monroe.
Your picture has been on the cover of almost all popular magazines, hasn't it?
No, not the Ladies' Home Journal.
Or Marlon Brando, who was asked whether he saw acting as a long-range career for himself.
Since I don't do anything else well, and up to this time I haven't decided what else I would like to do, I might as well put all my energies into being as good an actor as I can.
Brando also joined a friend to play bongo drums on the show, one of many novelties Person to Person captured, from Groucho Marx duetting with daughter Melinda,
Because I've been there once or twice,
to Basil Rathbone demonstrating proper fencing technique.
And your position is just that. Fencing masters, take note.
Or Fred Astaire playing the drums. But most of the memorable moments on the show involved conversation with luminaries like Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, who recalled her first impressions of Bogey on screen.
He was not a favorite of mine because I was convinced that Bogart was strictly a D's, Dem, and Do's.
Bogey
that ain't true, Ed.
It ain't.
Or Elizabeth Taylor, defining her outlook as Mrs. Michael Todd.
Liz, are you going to continue making movies or just be a housewife?
I couldn't really, care less about making movies, to tell you the truth.
Newsman Murrow wasn't above a little contrivance now and then, as when he interviewed the steadfastly silent Harpo Marx in one of the all-time best person-to-person shows.
Harpo, I would gather that we're in your trophy room. Did you win them all?
That is a great show. The whole tape is fascinating, and it's out on video right now, along with several other shows that show some of Murrow's more serious and well-respected documentary work.
Hey, Leonard, how'd you end up missing that Mr. North America thing?
I don't know. I must have slept late that day.
Me too. Thanks, Leonard. Take a break. Be right back.
All the signs seem to say that the best is on its way. The best of North Carolina for your home. Just take a look, it's on its way. All the styles you want today. North Carolina Furniture Warehouse coming home. Bring in the best of North Carolina home.
Here are a few tips on how to beat the burglar when you're away from home. Leave shades and drapes open when they're closed. It's a sign of an unoccupied home. Park a car in the driveway or have a neighbor park there. Don't stop all deliveries. Have a friend or neighbor collect your mail and newspaper. Organize a neighborhood watch. This will discourage burglars from even entering your neighborhood. For more elementary clues on how you can beat the burglar, stop by a participating State Farm insurance agent or KOIN TV and tell them Sherlock Holmes sent you.
As you know, I'm not only the heckler president, I'm also a client. If your hair is thinning like mine was, call now for your free video.
The first thing my wife said when she saw it, that I looked 10 years younger. That was the first words out of her mouth. Not hello, not hi.
I feel good about myself when I get up in the morning. It's easy to maintain and manage.
So call now for your free video on Hair Club's developments in dealing with thinning hair. To help our clients, see how this free video can help you too.
One of my twin boys was eating his food, and I headed for his plate, and he covered it, and he said, "No, Mommy, that's my food." I realized then that I really had a problem. I went to Jenny Craig because from the very beginning of the program, they start teaching you how to not be on the program, how to cook differently, and to change your lifestyle. I feel attractive again.
Join Jenny Craig now for 2 weeks of service free. Jenny's Cuisine is a required purchase. Call 1-800-92-JENNY.
With the Strata, we just sleep better. I'm glad I have a Strata.
I love my Strata waterbed.
9 out of 10 people prefer their Strata water mattress.
This is it, the final week. Waterbed Emporium has lost the lease on our Clackamas showroom. We've moved tons of merchandise to all our showrooms, and this is it, the final week. Name your own price, and it's yours. This is it, the final week at all Waterbed Emporium showrooms.
Air travel furnished by and a promotional fee paid by Delta Airlines. Delta can now fly you to 62 cities in 33 foreign countries around the world. At Delta, we love to fly, and it shows.
And brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT, America's least expensive way to call someone collect. Dial it instead of 0 every time you make a long-distance collect call and save your friends and family up to 44%.
Celebrating a birthday this Wednesday, August the 18th, actor Malcolm Jamal Warner is 23. Actor Christian Slater, 24. Actress Madeline Stowe turns 35 today. Comedian Dennis Leary is 36. Actor Patrick Swayze, 41. And actor Robert Redford turns 56.
The image of country music has always been just one big happy family, but now turmoil is brewing in the house.
It took a little time to get up to speed.
Stars like Randy Travis and Garth Brooks have pushed country music to the top of the pop music chart, but now veteran country stars say they're being left behind.
It's hard to get a record played anymore if you're over 40 years old, which I am.
Country radio is dominated by acts like Clint Black, Alan Jackson, and Billy Ray Cyrus. Now, artists like George Jones are fighting back.
Well, I don't need your rocking chair.
All we want to do is be treated equal and be given a chance.
Controversy and country music. Our inside story tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight.
And that's it for the Old Guy Show here on ET. We kicked off the show with the late night TV host. We're closing with a late night music maker from ABC In Concert Special. Here's David Letterman's sidekick, Paul Schaefer, with Burning Down the House. We'll see you. So long.
Doesn't it feel grungy? Doesn't it feel scrungy? Doesn't it feel steamy? Doesn't it feel good to pay less?
A gigantic sale on Mighty Tasty Casuals of volume. Didn't know? Oh, you're the one.
Doesn't it feel clunky? Doesn't it feel funky? Doesn't it feel juicy? Doesn't it feel good to pay less?
They're big, they're bad, and they're on sale starting at just $9.99. 2 for $18. I feel industrial strength good.
Doesn't it feel good to pay less?
It's the law. And as a pioneer...
Where a most extraordinary experience awaits you on our main floor. Designer wedding sets, unique classics, handcrafted for Carl Grave by world-famous artisans like Paul Klecka, Whitney Boyne, Jean-Francois Albert, and John Antencio, all exclusively at Carl Grave. I'm Nick Grave, and I invite you to experience the magic of style and the art of exceptional value at Carl Grave.
Watch News 8 and watch us work for you.